Last time they managed to surprise me. Soundpeats is back with their Air 4 Lite this time, no deluxe anymore. Still open fit, still 13mm drivers. Are they any good? Let's find out and let's get started. So quick unboxing. Here we have the package Air 4 Lite, LDAC support, high-res audio. And yeah, we can open it up. You can see on the side 30mm drivers, 30 hours of runtime. Yes, together with the case you can achieve this. I tried it out listening to 5 hours podcast. I could do it with one charge in one go, so very good. Here are some documents. Yeah, you can read them, how to use those devices and so on. And yeah, here your imagination is their motto. We have the case itself. Usually it's wrapped in some plastic, but because I used it and tried it out already, this is the case. It's a little bit of a cheaper case, I would say. Plastic for sure, but still solidly built. This is also plastic, no metal. And yeah, you can have a pairing button here. You have an LED light somewhere there. Actually is the LED light. If I open it up, you can see the LED light here. Very nicely done. And yeah, I think there's no LED light there. Anyway, here the earbuds nicely sitting there, but we will take a look at this later. Let's just check out what's inside of the box. Of course, we have a little bit of a cable there, and here it says ear tips, but actually, of course, there are no ear tips, so this is like a recycled package or something like this. But we have a cable, USB-A to C cable, which we can use for charging up the device. So let's check out the earbud first. So I took one of those earbuds out. You can see the Soundpeats logo there. This is also the sensor area that you can use for touching. As you can see here, the earbud itself has a different form there. Now it's like pointing downwards, and this should help with fit and finish there. This is, I think, a vent hole there, maybe some sound coming through, but it doesn't have any sensor for yeah, if you put them out of your ear, that it stops playing back or something like this. So that's the earbud itself. There's another vent hole on the top, I think. And then we have the contacts here on the bottom for charging. And somewhere there are also microphone holes for the microphones there. I think there are two microphones on this device. I'm not so sure about this, but maybe only one microphone. You can see that it has a matte and a glossy finish. So glossy thing is in your ear, and the matte one is where you touch, basically. Yeah, so this is the earbud, and let me show you how it looks like when I put it on my ear. So putting it in my ear, this is the earbud that I used. I can just put it in like this, and thanks to this like downwards firing design, it is fitting quite nicely here, but I don't get the best seal. So that means like I still hear my surroundings, which is good on one side, because then I can, when I'm running around in traffic or something like this, still hear cars or bicycles and so on, which is quite nice. So yeah, you can use it for this. I can press it in a little bit more, and then it will stick a little bit better there, and I get a little bit of a better noise isolation, which is quite nice. And yeah, fit and finish is good. I can even lie on this without any issues. So if I want to sleep with them or just doze off in my couch or something like this, I don't have any problems with those. Typical Soundpeats, we have the controls for everything. So one tap here and we raise the volume, one tap there, we lower the volume, double tap for play and pause, and I think a triple or press and hold for next song and previous song. So everything is covered up, which is quite nice. And we have also an app. I can show you the app quickly here on the screen, which is very interesting app. We have some tweaks there, like for example in EQ, so we can EQ those, and I had to EQ it actually to the pop version, otherwise it was a little bit too shrill for me. But Soundpeats promised that they are fixing this with updates, so that we will have a non-shrill version by default, hopefully. Otherwise, I can tell you, yeah, we have the typical V-shaped kind of sound, which I like, so a lot of bass and a lot of highs, which is like the mainstream kind of sound. Yes, I also said I like more audiophile kind of sound, where there's like more mids and so on, but those are nice for workout or for listening to a podcast where you have warm voices for sure. It is not an analytical one, it's definitely a fun one that you can use for pop music. This is, I think, the one that you want to use for this one. For sports, for example, light sports, maybe a little bit of jogging is possible. Otherwise, yeah, I have the feeling sometimes that they're a bit loose, but they never fell out of my ear, which is quite nice. And yeah, I like them so far when it comes to the fit and finish, battery life, and the sound quality. Yeah, I think still the Air 3 Deluxe HS was a bit of a better earbud in terms of a little bit of the fit, but also the sound signature, where it blew me away a little bit with its strong bass, where here I think there's something still, even with the pop filter on, there's something wrong with the highs a little bit, or at least they're not so detailed. They have a little bit of sparkling and sibilance can appear there. Maybe they are fixing this as well with an update, so take this with a grain of salt. But so far I'm using it, it's fine for me, but the Air 3 Deluxe HS, for me at least, sounds a bit better than those here, the Air 4 Lite. Otherwise, it's a very affordable, lightweight kind of earbud. After a few seconds, you forget that you have them in your ears. And I even one time was running around all day with them, forgetting that I had them in my ear because I was listening to a podcast and actually doing phone calls or team calls with this one here. So the microphone was also fine. No one was like disturbed by my voice because they couldn't understand me because of the microphones and so on. So overall, I think a very good fit and finish, a very affordable price, and I think another winner, even though I think the Air 3 Deluxe was a little bit better than these here. But maybe we have like an Air 4 Deluxe version, a better version. We have LDAC support, which is quite nice, though at this price region, is it really necessary? Because the high quality you don't really hear, because the drivers are not tuned this way to hear the high quality, but at least you have the possibility to play it back and don't have like the, in your head, in your the thought in your head that you might get maybe a little bit of a better sound with a better Bluetooth codec. So this is nice that they support LDAC, so you can play back your high-res audio, but think for yourself if you need high-res audio for such an affordable kind of device and if it makes sense. Now let's go to the microphone test. The microphones on the Soundpeats Air 4 Lite are sounding quite nice. Thanks to its sound cancellation, microphone sound cancellation, you can also filter out all the noises. So even if you're in a busy area, you can take a phone call and the person on the other end will understand you fine. I use them also for calls in Teams and in Skype and so on. They're working very, very nicely for this. The only thing that I would improve is not the sound quality, but the possibility to pull connections from a previously connected device, which is not possible right now. We have multi-device support, but you have to disable LDAC for enabling multi-device support. You can do this in the app, by the way. Otherwise, they're working quite nicely, and the microphones are sounding pretty good. What do you think? Yeah, Soundpeats Air 4 Lite. Open fit design earphones that I think have a decent sound quality, have a good microphone quality, can be used as a beta headphone for the price. Yeah, very affordable, I would say. For a workout, for example, if you're looking for something where if you even lose them, you really don't cry out. This is the thing. This is really the thing. I personally prefer its predecessor. Is it the predecessor, the Air 3 Deluxe HS, that is a little bit more expensive here and there, but I think it has a bit of better sound than those here. But nevertheless, those are pretty decent, and some of you probably will like even the sound of those a little bit better. That's a personal preference of mine. We have 30mm drivers. We have all the controls that you need for volume, for next track, previous track, play and pause. So everything that you need for listening to a podcast. Even in a busy environment, you can hear your surroundings quite nicely. If you're jogging or something like this, for sports, light sports, no issues at all. I would avoid water too much because I don't think they have any waterproofment here. But yeah, if you want to take calls, for example, team calls in your workplace or Skype calls or whatever you're using for your work, these are working fine, especially with those really good microphones with noise cancellation. Yeah, I can really recommend them. Soundpeats sent them to me, but I'm saying this out of free will, so there's no one with a pistol on my chest telling me what to say about those here. So I will put the link down below where you can get them. That's everything for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and until the next time. Bye.